So here is the passage 3 from mock 5, which actually talks about astronomy, how planets are, okay, now not exactly how planets are formed, but at least touches upon a theme similar to that. So look at the first paragraph. Rocky planets might have been forming since the beginning of the universe. Now this is the hypothesis that the passage actually goes on to see if we can verify this. Okay, so they do that. So we do that by looking on a neighboring galaxy called Small Magellanic Cloud. It is similar to early universe. It does not have heavy metals. Now the core here is that if this particular galaxy forms rocky planets, then it means that universe could have been forming rocky planets for a long time. In fact, towards the end, now that you've already read this, 11 billion years. So far we were not able to study this, but then JWST helps us study it, and then eventually towards the end, this says it is the nearest example, first touchstone, comparable to that of faraway galaxies that were developing around 11 billion years ago. Such worlds could have been forming in the early years of the universe as well. So if you have rocky planets here, then they could also have existed earlier. So that's how the thesis gets this nice little closed loop by the last paragraph. And here is your summary. Done? So let's dive into our questions then. Question number 9. Which one of the following sets of terms best serves as keywords to the passage? So in a way, this is a question type which is linked with main idea but requires you to have an overview or a summary of the passage. So what is this passage about? A hypothesis that we are trying to test using Small Magellanic Cloud. Let's see. So Small Magellanic Cloud, definitely important. Rocky planet formation is the heart of the passage. Cosmic environment, kind of, yes. In the context of the passage, this particular galaxy happens to have a different cosmic environment than our galaxy, but this different environment is similar to galaxies of 11 billion years ago. And then JWST, which helps us observe them. Yes, all of these are important, yes. Although I would have preferred arranging them in a different sequence, but we definitely have these themes. B, stellar nursery. Nah. It is just an expression that has been used for Small Magellanic Cloud. Stellar nursery per se is not very relevant for this particular passage. It was just a descriptor. Heavy metal elements, yes. Solar sized stars, maybe, but Michigan University, no. So if I compare A and B, A definitely scores over B. So let's eliminate B. How about C? Cosmic noon, is that a term that best serves as a keyword? No. Star formation, yes. Dust content, no. Rocky planets, yes. So once again, A scores over C. Let's rule it out. Then 9th, early universe, okay. Chemical makeup, maybe. Star systems, that is not a keyword. Formation of stars is. Star systems, no. Star and planet formation, yes. So I think we can still go with chemical makeup, star and planet formation. Early universe again is not a keyword. We wanted to see whether early universe had rocky planets or not. So in that sense, A still scores over D, and in fact there is another perspective of looking at it. We know that rocky planet formation is the heart of the passage. So if an answer choice does not have this, I believe it is definitely missing out on something very important and very crucial, and therefore can be ruled out. So keeping all of these things in mind, we can choose A as the best answer for this question without hesitation. So question number 9, A it is. Moving over to question number 10. Which of the following presents a logically plausible reason behind the period mentioned in the last paragraph being called cosmic noon? So very clearly, cosmic noon. So there is a sentence that says during this time, a period called cosmic noon, there was a surge of star formations throughout the cosmos. So noon is used as a metaphor. So during the day it is the hottest part. So as a metaphor, when you use noon, it would generally suggest that there was a lot of activity at its height. So A and D are easy to rule out on the basis of that. And between B and C, which one should we prefer? So very clearly the passage calls it cosmic noon because, just to quote it once again, there was a surge of star formation throughout the cosmos. So when B says bustling activity of a city at noon, this analogy is not getting justified by the passage, and therefore B can be ruled out and we can zero in on option C. So question number 10, our answer is C. Moving over to question number 11. Which of the following contradicts the relevance of the study? So tell me, what is the study about? The study is about observing a nearby galaxy which is different from ours but is similar to a lot of distant galaxies that had more or less similar situations 11 billion years ago. Now we are observing this particular galaxy for a very simple reason, that if this galaxy goes on to form rocky planets, those galaxies will also do that. Okay, so which one of these contradicts it? A, the study was conducted on a galaxy that is too far away. No, this is factually incorrect. This is a nearby galaxy, nearby to Milky Way. B, the study provides no new information about the chemical makeup of rocky planets. This is what we wanted to study, right? If it does not give you a new information, then yes, this will contradict it. So let's keep this in running. C, the study fails to address the role of heavy metal elements in the formation of rocky planets. The study does address it. Passage mentions that passage does talk about heavy metal elements and their formation of the rocky planets. So just like A, C is also factually incorrect. D, the study does not explore the impact of environmental factors on star and planet formation. Once again, the study specifically mentions that it is exploring the impact of environmental factors, right? So B is the only one that contradicts the passage, right? And therefore, or contradicts the study and therefore is our answer. So question number 11, B it is. And with that, let's move over to the last question based on this passage, 12th. None of the following can be inferred from the passage about rocky planets except. So none can be inferred except. So which means one of these can be inferred. So let's go ahead and figure that out. So A, the lower abundance of heavy metal elements makes it unlikely that rocky planets can form in this region. Can't say, probably false. In fact, we are studying it in the hope that rocky planets may form, right? So we're not starting with this notion that it is unlikely, otherwise we would not even have picked it up as a galaxy to study. It's a very time consuming process, right? You're going to observe it for decades, I guess. So if it is unlikely, why would you even spend all that effort? That's why I'm calling it probably false. Okay, B, the low metal environment of the small Magellanic Cloud is comparable to that of the early universe. True. Suggesting that habitable rocky planets may have formed in early. So two things. Number one, does it suggest? No, it is still open to discovery. And then the passage does not talk about habitable rocky planets. It talks about just rocky planets. So on both of these counts, I think B can once again be termed can't say. Option C, the telescopes prior to JWST could not fulfill a crucial condition required to conclude if planets could have been born in early cosmos. That's correct. They did not have the sensitivity to measure the dust content of young stars. So this is true. Then D, the JWST has helped to prove that rocky planets have been forming since the beginning of the universe. Has helped to prove. Have we already established that? This is something that we are trying to prove. It is not proven yet and therefore can't say or probably false. And that is why our answer to this particular question should be option C. Which of the following can be inferred? The one which is true. So therefore, for question number 12, C it is. And that takes care of our passage number 3 of this particular mock.